During the 2nd century, Christianity received heavy persecution from both the Roman Empire and the followers of Judaism. Several heinous accusations were made against the Christians, ranging from atheism to cannibalism to incest. For these reasons, Christian apologists during the 2nd century sought to prove that Christians did in fact worship the one true God and that they were upstanding citizens, worthy of a place in society. How did these gross misrepresentations of Christianity come about? Everett Ferguson wrote this regarding atheism of the 2nd century. Quote, "Atheism in the ancient world was practical, not theoretical. An atheist was someone who did not observe the traditional religious practices regardless of what faith he professed." End quote. In other words, one could be accused of atheism in the 2nd century for simply refusing to partake in the religious practices of the empire. One interesting accusation against the Christians was made by Caecilius, who accused the Christians of atheism because they had no altars, temples, or consecrated images. Christians were also accused of cannibalism because of the language used regarding the Eucharist. During this sacrament, it was the body and blood of Christ which Christians received, and several outsiders had interpreted this language to be literal, thereby accusing the Christians of cannibalism. Lastly, Christians were accused of incest. Ferguson wrote this in regard to the accusation. Quote, "Incest may have been suggested by Christians referring to one another as brother and sister. Likewise, men and women were said to share a common table at the love feast." End quote. Another contributing factor for the disdain towards Christians was the fact that they often refrained from participating in society. They were never found amongst the crowds in any state-sanctioned activities such as politics, athletics, or entertainment, and were viewed instead as a reclusive group who committed wicked acts in secrecy. In reality, the Christians avoided such activities of the empire because, as Ferguson wrote, quote, "They were permeated with idolatry." End quote. The Christians of the 2nd century fought hard to avoid syncretism and sought to be in the world but not of the world, Romans 12 verses 1-2. For these reasons, they were hated by those around them and greatly persecuted.